Everyone, my name is Phương Thảo and I'm from Maverick Group. And today we're gonna present about the targeting marketing topic. And this is our agenda. And I'm gonna represent about the geographic segmentation. Okay, for geographic segmentation, it is a marketing strategy that involves dividing a market into different geographical units such as nations, states, regions, countries, cities, or even neighborhoods. And this segmentation approach recognize that customer needs, wants, and purchasing uh, behavior that can vary based on their geographic location, and therefore the different marketing strategies might be required to reach and connect with them effectively. And by tailoring marketing efforts to specific needs and preference of local customer groups, company can improve their chance of success and gain competitive advantage. Um, for example, uh, uh, like beverage company that tailor its marketing strategy for different regions in a country. For example, like the company might offer a cold and refreshing drink marketed towards people living in hot and dry regions, as you can see on the slide. Or in colder regions, the company might offer warm drinks such as coffee or tea. Another example could be a fashion company that they gonna offer different clothing styles and material for different regions with varying climates, such as lightweight and breathable clothing for hotter regions and warm or cozy clothing for colder regions, as you can see on the slide right now the woman is wearing the jacket, like, yeah, for cold regions. So, in conclusion, by tailoring their products and marketing strategies to specific needs and different geographic regions, company can better connect with their local customers and increase their chance of success. That is the end of my part. Next part gonna be in chat by my friend.
Uh, so, my okay, my name is Wan An, and I will continue with the demographic segmentation part. We have six ways showing how marketers have used certain demographic variables to segment markets. First is age and life cycle stage. Next slide, please. You know, consumer wants and abilities change with age. For example, here, toothpaste brands Crest offer different main lines of products to target kids, adults, and older consumers. However, age and life cycle can be tricky variables, so the target market for some products may be psychologically young, so it depends. The next is life stage. Life stage defines a person's major concern in uh, uh, a period of time, such as going through a divorce, going into a second marriage, taking care of an older parents, buying a new home, and so on. So these life stages present opportunities for marketers who can help people cope with accompanying decisions. The next is gender. You know, where men and women have different attitudes and behave uh, differently based partly on genetic makeup and partly on socialization. For example, men often like to read product information, while a woman may relate to a product on a more personal level. For income segmentation is a long-standing practice in such categories and as are automobiles, clothing, cosmetics, financial services, and travel. However, the ideal buyers for a given product may not necessarily be predicted by income. So several marketers target specific lower income demographics, perhaps finding fewer competition pressures or a higher consumer loyalty as a result. For generation, each generation from baby boomers to Gen Z like us have different perception and behavior of consuming. For example, millennials they may have a sense of entitlement and abundance from growing up during the economic boom, but they are also often socially conscious and concerned about the environment. Or Generation X, they are pragmatic and individualist, prize self-sufficiency, and view technology as an enabler, not a barrier. So based on those characteristics, marketers would have different ways to affect their purchase intention. And the last one is race and culture. Multicultural marketing is an approach recognizing that different ethnic and cultural segments have sufficiently different needs and wants to require targeted marketing activities, and that a mass market approach is not refined enough for the diversity of the marketplace. That is the end of my part.
So the next kind of segmentation is the psychographic segmentation. It is the science of using psychology and demographics to better understand the customers. So buyers are divided into groups on the basis of psychological and personality traits, lifestyle or values. So on the right hand side, it is VALS, based on the psychological traits for people and classify US adults into 8 primary groups based on the responses to a questionnaire featuring 4 demographic and 35 attitudinal questions. So you can see there are dimensions in this model, and the horizontal dimension is the motivation, customer motivation, and the uh, vertical is the resources. So you can say that the people with high resources and high innovation are considered as innovators, and in contrast, the survivors are the one have low resources and low innovation. So next slide, please. The next kind of segmentation is the behavioral segmentation. So in this case, marketers divide buyers into groups on the basis of their knowledge of, attitude toward, use of, and respond to a product, which includes 3 variables: decision roles, needs and benefits, and user and usage related variable. So next slide, please. So for the first variable, which is the needs and the benefits, so not everyone who buys a product has the same need or wants the same benefits from it. So marketers have to pay attention to it to know whether which kind of people would uh, want to benefit from a certain attribute from our product. So the next variable is the season roles. So people can play 5 roles in a buying decision: initiator, influencer, decider, buyer, and user. So each and every decision role have play an important role in the decision process. So uh, although they have the uh, although they have the different attitude toward the decision making, however, the ultimate good role uh, are the common thing that they had to. And the last one is the user and usage related variables. So many marketers believe variables related to user or the usage are very important. So for example, occasions, which is a time in the period of month or year. So for example, air flights often pay attention to occasion. For example, people often go to travel in the summer, or user status, usage rate, or bioreadiness stage, or loyalty status, which means that each customer has their own level of loyalty to a brand or products. And the last one is the attitude. So next, I would like to invite my friends for the next part.
So my name is Kenway. So now I will present about the pace for supplementing business market. So business marketer use the variables such as geography, benefit sort, usage rate, demographic variables, overrating variables, etc. of the buyer to segment the business markets. So the demographic variable are the most important in business market, followed by operating variable and the personal characteristic of buyer. The segmentation process for the business marketer is sequential and involve macro segmentation and micro segmentation. Next slide, please. So in this is example, for example, like an aluminum company undertook micro segmentation by selecting the residential market and determining the most attractive product application, and then engage in micro segmentation by distinguishing among customer buying on price, service, and quality. So next slide, please. So flexible markets offering consists of a naked solution with product and service elements valued by all members of segment and discretionary options that all member values. And each option makes carry an additional charge. Business to business marketing expert asked the marketer to present a flexible market offering to all members of a segment to meet the verifying needs and preferences of customers. So this is the end of my part.
So coming to the last part, market targeting. The first one is about some effective segmentation criteria, and my name is Minh Trang, and I will present this part. As we know that not all segmentation schemes are useful, to be useful, market segments must rate favorably on 5 key criteria, as you can see on the screen right now: measurable, substantial, accessible, differentiable, actionable. So about no, previous slide, please. About measurable, it is about the size, purchasing power, and some characteristic of the segments. Substantial, it shows that the segments are large and profitable enough to serve, and a segment should be the largest possible. Homogeneous, group worth going after with a tailored marketing program. And about the accessible, the segments can be effectively reached and served. Differentiable, the segments are conceptually distinguishable and respond differently to different marketing mix elements and programs. And the last one is actionable. It shows that the effective programs can be formulated for attracting and serving the segments. Next slide, please. So this is Michael Porter's 5 forces that determine the intrinsic long-run attractiveness of a market or market segments. So first one, industry competitors. A segment is unattractive if it already contains numerous, strong, or aggressive competitors. Next is potential entrants. The most attractive segment is one in which entry barriers are high and exit barriers are low. In contrast, substitute are a segment is unattractive when there are actual or potential substitute for the product. And the last one is buyers. It shows that a segment is unattractive if buyer possess strong or growing bargaining power. So next part.
Okay, my name is Kim Tuyền, and now I will moving on to evaluating and selecting market assessment. In evaluating market assessment, the firm must look at 2 factors: the segment overall attractiveness and the company objective and resources. Okay, first one, we will go to the part of full of market coverage. Here, a firm attempt to serve all the customer groups with all the product they might need. Only very large firms such as Microsoft or Coca-Cola can undertake a full market coverage strategy. In under differentiated or mass marketing, the firm ignores segment differentiations and goes after the whole market with one after, and it will design a marketing program for a product with a superior image that can be sold to the broadest number of buyers. In differentiated marketing, the firm sell different products to own the different segment of the market, and differentiated marketing typically create more total sale than undifferent. However, it also increase the cost of doing business. And now we'll be moving on to multiple segment specialization. Next slide, please. Okay, with the product specialization, the firm sell a certain product to several different market segments. A microscope manufacturer, for instance, sell to university, government, and commercial laboratory, making different instruments for it and building a strong reputation in a specific product area. But in the market specialization, the firm concentrate on serving many needs of particular customer group, such as by selling by selling a product only to university laboratory. The firm gains a strong reputation among this customer group and become a channel for additional product can use. Okay, now we will move to the single segment concentrate. With a single segment concentration, the firm market to only one particular segment. Through concentrated marketing, the firm gains a deep knowledge of the segment needs and achieve a strong market presence. It also enjoys operating economies by specializing in its productions, distribution, and promotion. If it captures segment leadership, the firm can earn a high return on its investment. And the last one is a niche is a more narrowly defined customer group seeking a distinctive mix of benefit within a segment. Marketers usually identify niche by divide a segment into sub-segments. What does a what does an attractive niche look like? Niche customer have a distinct set of needs. They will pay a premium to the firm that best satisfy them. So that's it all about this chapter. Thank you for listening.